Hi all, this is Rat, and today we're back at the rail bridge looking for some more spikes to continue with the killing of steampunk vampires. Right now we're approaching Halloween, that's generally when they start to come out. So it never hurts to have extra rail spikes hanging around. And this is a good location to find them. Before we get into this, I do want to talk about the last episode. There was one person who felt I used the word gun way too many times. He felt that meant I was coming to take his guns away. Before I get too far, there's our first railroad spike and a very rusty razor blade. I'll try to find a rusty apple to go with it. But the gentleman was concerned that, by the way, there's a pipe. He was concerned that what he called snowflakes were going to be saying mean things to him. I didn't bother pointing out the irony of that. But I will try not to use the word gun as often in this episode. He actually asked me, did you have to say gun so many times? He had to turn it off because hearing it so often made him melt a little bit. And the idea of somebody being melted down, by the way, there's a fairly heavy mushroom. That was a cool little find. Yeah. I think I found a couple of those before, though, at this location. And there's some more rail spikes. But just to prevent that gentleman from having a meltdown and said he could listen to the videos with the way up, I'm going to try not to use the word gun too often. Again, the point I was making had absolutely nothing to do with gun rights or the Second Amendment here in the United States. I personally found out about magnetfishing mostly through British people. And over there, they don't really make a big deal about gun rights, things of that nature. Overall, they just kind of enjoy magnet fishing and a lot of other cool hobbies and not taking things too seriously. That's why their humor is a lot better. They can take a joke like when somebody says not a gun over and over again. By the way, not a gun. See if that's a hook. There we go, not a spike. I have absolutely nothing against people defending themselves. That's, again, why I'm grabbing all these railroad spikes to protect myself from the steampunk vampire apocalypse. Plenty of good spikes. Somebody also pointed out that you can take those spikes, you can find an old brake drum, turn that into a forge, and start making knives out of them. So they're not just good for steaks to stab steampunk vampires through the heart, assuming a steampunk vampire has a heart. In a literal sense, I mean, I'm sure they do have fond memories and they do care for their steampunk vampire friends and family. So steampunk vampires have a heart only in that sense, I think. and also in the literal sense, hopefully, because you need something to stab. Everybody needs something to stab. But we keep pulling up the rail spikes, as said. And then we pull up this thing, which I'm guessing at some point may have been a knife. The rust around it has made me question if there's a knife under there, if I'll find something else entirely, like half a Mickey Mouse here. This right here is, I think, an old gate frame. That was the biggest find of the day. Today we did not find any full bike frames, no shopping carts. I found a lot of what I suspect are wires from shopping carts. And along with the bike frame came an old pair of glasses and some fishing hooks and a fishing weight. But for now, right there is just the bike gate, which frames some nice urban art, as one of the Daves said. And there's more spikes. Being a little bit tricky to pull off the 500 rated magnet. It was a lot easier to pull those off the 350. Off the 500. Okay, and here we are on the slideshow. There's the close-up of the rusty razor. I skipped a few of the catches. There's a close-up of the bike pump. There's some of the other miscellaneous items, including the mushroom. Some hooks right there. The giant framing public art there. By public art, I think I mean droppings. Close up of the glasses that were connected to the gate frame. There's a fishing weight that came with the gate frame. Some of the random metal pieces. And some of the heavier metal pieces, including the knife and some railroad parts. And there's the 3 dozen rail spikes I found. Thank you for watching.